Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Creative. I'm Mr. G. Pujari, working as an assistant professor in Sharad Institute of Technology College of Engineering, Hyderabad. So, this is a channel I have created for. I'm uploading the videos related with engineering, technology, and also the videos related with general knowledge purpose. So, I appeal you subscribe my channel so that you will not miss any kind of notification those I'm going to upload the new videos on this. Okay friends, so in previous lecture we have started our this chapter production drawing and reading blueprints. So in this production drawing and reading blueprints, just I'm going to give you some kind of revise overview whatever we have discussed in previous lecture. Okay, so friends, in our previous lecture we have discussed about the production drawing, what is mean by production drawing and why the production drawing is important as for industry purpose, and why this industry drawing is important as a student point of view for your machine drawing subject. Also we have discussed about the drawing sets, and we also seen in our previous lecture about the elements of production drawing. So what is the mean by process sheet, what is mean by limits, fits, tolerance, what is the material specification. So that we have seen in our earlier lecture. Also we have seen some examples, simple drawings we have seen. We have seen limit, fits, tolerance, we have seen fits, we have seen the examples of clearance fit, examples of transition fit, examples of interference fit. Also we have seen the hole basis and shaft basis system. We have seen the tolerances, we have seen this example, we have seen the unilateral tolerance, we have seen bilateral tolerance, we have seen the surface roughness, what is meant by evaluation length in surface roughness, what is meant by RA, how we are measuring the surface roughness by using this telesurf, how it works, that also we have seen. Then also we have seen some examples of materials, what kind of RA value is having this material. So also in turning operation, how we can able to achieve the RA. Also we have seen some examples of flat tapping, rimming operation like grinding, vertical milling, horizontal milling, how the surface will looks like, and what kind of RA we are able to achieve with respect to this machine. Then we have seen some examples of symbols and what kind of symbols we are using. So this we have seen. Also we have seen this kind of example of surface, what kind of process capability having this turning, milling, drilling, grinding, polishing operations, what kind of RA value we are able to achieve by using these processes. So okay friends, so till this we have seen in our previous lecture. If you want to learn this all this thing, all the data is already uploaded on my creative channel. Anytime you can review, anytime you can learn whatever I have just given brief about my previous lecture. So now friends, we are going to see today about the how we are using the symbols on actual drawing. So before this we are going to see in actual drawing, we are going to see some kind of meaning symbols or we are using in actual drawing. So here GD&T symbols, so those are very much important, those are very commonly using in engineering drawing. So GD&T stands for geometric dimensioning and tolerance symbols. So these are the symbols are shown here. So one by one we are going to see what is the importance of these symbols. There is having two categories, one is a form category and one is a orientation category, and when we are going to use which kind of symbols, that we are going to see one by one. So see friends, first symbol is used for straightness. So whenever there is a straightness you want to show on your drawing, that time we are going to use this symbol. So straightness symbol indicates the surface of the part or component must remain within designated tolerance and be flat. The part surface must not bend outside the designated tolerance area. Second one is a flatness. So these are the symbols we are going to use in our drawing for flatness. Specifies how flat a surface must be regardless of any other datums or features. The flatness tolerance references two parallel planes used to define the zone where the surface must remain. Next one is the circularity. So this symbol we are going to use for circularity, okay, where you required such kind of circular in drawing. So it describes how closely the features or object is to perfect circle and indicates there are no edges or corners on the part. Next one is the cylindricity. When you want to show cylindricity on your drawing, that time you are going to use this symbol. This symbol describes how closely a features or part comes to being a perfect cylinder. The tolerance for cylindricity is the 3D version of the circularity. Then friends, next one is a perpendicularity. This symbol is perpendicularity when you want to show in your drawing some kind of feature is perpendicular to each other. So that time you are going to show this symbol. So this symbol indicates that the connection between two parts should maintain a 90-degree or right angle. Could be applied to surfaces that made together or on an axis. Then friends, next one is the angularity. This one is angularity whenever you want to show some kind of angle in between two features. That time we are going to use this symbol. So this symbol describes the specific orientation of one feature to another at a reference angle. Then next one is the parallelism. So when you want to show two features are parallel with each other, then we are going to use this symbol. So define where two lines within a design should never meet. Parallelism is commonly used to indicate where two surfaces are parallel to each other, as in the opposite sides of a part. So here you will see that these symbols will fall into the form category: straightness, flatness, circularity, cylindricity. So this we can fall into a form category, and perpendicularity, angularity, parallelism, this can be fall under orientation. So these are the Z&T symbols we are using in a drawing. We require to use this drawing in a particular way and at particular time or particular requirement. Now friends, just we are going to see how we are representing the tolerance. Okay, so in a drawing, how we are able to show a drawing like a tolerance values. So tolerance is the total amount a dimension may vary and is the difference between the maximum and minimum limits. So here you will see tolerances are represented as tolerance values A or as direct limits B. So here we have shown two examples. Actually example is one, but we have shown here by using two methods. See here, this is a simple component. So here for this simple component, this is a length 50 mm. So for this 50 mm, we are having the tolerance value is here shown plus 0.1 and minus 0.2 mm. So here tolerance is plus 0.1 mm or 0.1 mm, and the tolerance value is minus 0.2 mm. So here total, if you see the tolerance equal to totally here, actually tolerance means having allowed to vary from minimum to maximum, whatever we are giving him, the limit within which the dimension must be fall. So here if you see total plus 0.1 and minus 0.2, totally tolerance equal to 0.3 mm. So here this 50 is allowed to vary within 0.3 mm. So this shows. So this is one way. Another way how we are going to show these direct limits. This is 15.1. So plus 0.1 means 15.1 and minus 0.2 means 49.8. So friends, see here, same example we have shown here or we have written here with different ways. Okay, so you can also write like this 15.1 and 14.9 means this is allowable limits while we are doing a machining. So you can be able to make your part. It may be a 49.8 or it may be a 15.1. So within this, if your part is fall, this job is acceptable. Okay, so like this we require to show this tolerance limit on drawing. Now friends, how we are going to write down some kind of symbols in drawing, that also we have shown here. Sometimes we require to do some kind of heat treatment and surface treatment treatments on our job. So how to show in a drawing? So here we have shown one examples. So here required heat treatment, cementation, carbonizing, hardening or surface treatment, painting, polishing are marked over special reference line. Means here this is our component, and on this component here whatever shown this line, here we require some kind of special processes. So what kind of special processes we required, that we are how we are going to show on a drawing. Just we are going to make one leader line like this, and on this leader line above we are going to write down what type of special operation we required. So here we require nickelizing. Okay, so nickelizing is the one operation we want to perform on this job. So here what we are going to do, we are going to make one leader line here, and above this we are just going to write down nickelizing. So same thing here, one more example, one more component is here, and over this component we are going to show this is a dotted line. Means here we require to or we want to make one kind of special operation. That operation is a carbonizing. So this carbonizing operation we are going to generate or we are going to do on these surfaces of our component. So like this we are making one leader line, and above this leader line we are going to write down this process. Okay, so like this, any kind of surface treatment like painting, polishing, if you want to perform like this, on which surface you want to perform this operation, on that surface we are going to make one leader line, and above this leader line we are going to write down such kind of operations. Okay, so it is a method or it is a conventional practice in industry to show on a drawing. Now friends, here also one more example we have shown here. So first example here, when you want to show a particular operations want to perform on surfaces. So here is a one operation like indicating production method. When you want to mention some kind of production method or over surface, because sometimes different operations or different processes we require to carry out over different surfaces, because when the job is complicated, only one operation will not be able to complete that job. Okay, when job is complicated or when job is big one, so that time so many kind of operations we require to perform on that job. So in this case what we are going to do, so here just we have made one this triangle, and we have created this leader line to this triangle. So like these symbols, above this line we are going to write down which kind of process we want to carry out. So here we want to carry out the milling operation. So just I have written this milled. So this is a surface on which I want to carry out this milling operation. So I have written is milled, and just above this triangle I have written this 1.6. This 1.6 means RA value. Okay, this is the RA value. So I want 1.6 RA or surface, whatever the surface I want, that surface is requirement is 1.6 RA value. Okay, and surface is the operation required is a milling or mid surface. Suppose if you want to do grinding, you can do grinding operation here, and we can put whatever the values of this on this here. Okay, whatever the 0.2, 0.1, whatever array value you want in a grinding operation, that we are going to put here. Suppose if you want to do turning operation, we can write here turning, and whatever the array value we required, that array value we are going to put here. Okay, so like this. Next here, so indicating surface treatment of cooling, some kind of surface treatment we want. So chromium plated, suppose on this surface we want to chromium plate. Okay, chromium plated operation we want to do. So in this case, we are going to put this symbol over a surface, and then above this line we are going to write down the chromium plated, and above this we are going to write down what kind of this array value required. So 0.8 is the array value required after this chromium plated. So this is one operation. Here also one more operation we have shown. So here the indicating surfaces texture before and after the treatment. Okay, so here we have shown what kind of texture of surface array value will be there when you are going to do operation. So suppose before, so actually we want to do a chromium plated operation. Okay, chromium plated is the operation we want to generate on this job, on these surfaces. Okay, so here before chromium plated operation done, the array value is 1.6 here. Okay, and when we are going to do a chromium plated operation, that time it required to achieve 0.8. So it means show that we require to check before giving our job to operation, it must be 1.6. Okay, so whatever you want to do, like milling. Okay, suppose if you want to do your milling or any kind of operations like here, and on because of this operation, the array value or whatever the surface must be within a 1.6 array. Okay, and after this, next operation we are going to do is a chromium plated, and in this chromium plated, the array value must be achieved a 0.8. So both the thing we are able to show on a drawing. So like this. So that will be easy to everyone to understand. So here one example I have shown here. It is a very simple example I have given. So here it is a one plate, and this plate, whatever the circles or whatever we can say drilled holes, 2 holes, that 2 holes we want to give a position tolerance, or we can say GDT. Whatever the symbols we have shown here, these symbols are called as a geometric dimension and tolerancing symbols. Okay, so here, so this is a tolerance symbol. So what is the meaning of this? I'm going to tell you. See here, first of all we are going to discuss with this one. So this is, we have given a datum B. So this is a one hole. This hole we are going to say this is a B reference B, and this reference B, this hole is having diameter 9.8 to 9. So this is having allowable variation with, it can be achieved from 9 to 9.8 diameter. And the position, this symbol is representing a position symbol, and this symbol will tell you position of this hole with respect to A. So what is A? This is the bottom of this plate. The bottom of this plate is A. We have given datum A to this one. Okay, the bottom we have given datum is A. So here this is datum B of this hole. Then the position of this hole with respect to datum A must be within 0.8 mm. Means that whatever the axis of this hole with respect to this bottom must be within 0.8. That is shown by this symbol. Now this symbol means 8. The distance between this center and this surface is 8 mm, and the variation allowed is plus minus 0.5 mm. This is a distance between this center to this surface is 10 mm, and allowable variation is plus minus 0.5 mm. Then next one, this position of this one, position of this circle we have shown. The diameter of this circle we have given is a 0.6 6 mm to 5.6. okay, so diameter of this circle is a 6 mm to 5.6 mm. okay, this is allowed, and the position of this circle is within a 0.8. the position of this center of this axis with within a 0.8 with respect to this A center, with respect to this A surface. Actually this is A, with respect to this surface A, and with respect to B, this circle is datum is B. So with respect to surface bottom of this A and with respect to this circle, it is 0.8. so like this we can be able to show whatever the GD&T symbols in our drawing. So friends, today we are going to stop here, and whatever the more examples about this, how we are using this GD&T in a drawing, that we are going to see in our next lecture. Okay, so students, hopes you have understand whatever we have learned in today's lecture. So once again, thank you very much, and whatever you want to watch next drawing, I'm going to upload, I'm going to show you in a next drawing or next video. So till then, thank you very much listening carefully this lecture.